Hey, how's it going? I wanted to talk about a little UFO case known as the Cisco Grove encounter. I learned about this a while back, and I kind of wondered why I had never heard of this story before. You know, you hear of Roswell, you hear of the Travis Walton abduction case, but this one is like, I don't know why I hadn't heard it sooner, because I looked for that stuff for a long time before even the internet existed, was a thing in our world. But anyway, okay, so the story goes that there's a hunting group. They're all bow hunting out in California. This is where it takes place, in the 60s, Cisco Grove, California. And one of them gets split up from the group and decides to take shelter in a tree. And he takes off his belt and kind of ties himself off to the tree, so when he's sleeping he won't fall off. And at some point he wakes up, or I don't even know if he went to bed, doesn't matter. But he looks up in the sky and he sees an object. He thinks it's like a rescue helicopter. Turns out it's I believe a cigar-shaped craft. Kind of comes in fast and then slows down and just hovering. It's like 18 stories tall or something like that, and just hovers there. And then a smaller craft comes out, like a UFO pops out of that mothership thing, I guess you'd call it then, and it lands kind of nearby, and the three entities get out, and two of them are like small humanoids in what appear to be like spacesuits of some kind, which make them kind of look featureless. And they're just going around like taking samples of like dirt and plant life, doing the science gathering stuff shit routine. But what's interesting is the third alien, which is a robot. Spoiled it. But anyway, I think that's my favorite detail, is that this thing is a robot that comes out with them. And at some point they finally realize that this dude's up in the tree, and they try to get him out. So they come towards the tree, and they're trying to climb it, which seems kind of unsophisticated for an alien race. It seems like they could just go zap necktie veratu niktu, and the guy just blacks out, floats down, or is hypnotized, and he comes down of his own volition, or hypnotized, forced to. But anyway, he doesn't, and this happens all night, and they can't get him down. An advanced race of aliens can't get him out of this tree. But anyway, at one point the guy takes his bow and arrow and shoots at the robot, and it hits him right in the chest, and nothing happens. And I think that's when he decided, yeah, it's definitely not organic thing. So robot, I guess, would be his closest equation. And from the sketches, it looks like a robot too, but it could be just like an armored spacesuit or not, but whatnot. But let's just go with robot because it's funner. Anyway, they try another tactic, which is gas comes out of the robot's mouth, like a nauseating gas, which it doesn't matter what it is. It's knocking him out. It's sucking the oxygen out of the air, maybe. And he passes out, and he comes to again, and they're still bumbling, trying to get him out of the tree. I don't know what the gas was for, if it was so ineffectual. But anyway, finally he gets him to leave by striking some matches and throwing like flaming I think he takes off his coat. He just lights stuff on fire and throws it at the aliens, and this freaks out the aliens, and they run back off to that little spaceship and fly back into the mothership and zip off into the night sky. But I thought it was an interesting story, so I thought I would share it and check it out. I'll put links to the website where I got the story from, so you can read about it. All right, thanks for listening. Goodbye.